Nurses and teachers hold protests to demand their rights. Nurses working in hospitals of Mashhad in northeastern Iran held a protest outside the governor's office on Saturday. They demanded to receive their wages and overtime dues. Nurses have held various protests in different cities across Iran because they do not receive their salaries and wages despite working under harsh and harmful conditions. Separately, a group of civil activists, including a number of women activists, went to the Department of Education of Shahriar to follow up on the situation of Mohammad Habibi. They said the department had rejected the request for granting him paid leave. The rejection is significant because the Department of Education can subsequently lay off Mohammad Habibi since his imprisonment has become lengthy. Imprisoned teacher Mohammad Habibi was arrested for the second time on May 10, 2018 in the Teachers' Gathering on Teachers' Day in Iran. He has been sentenced to a total of 9 years in jail plus 74 lashes. He has also been deprived of having activities with any political or social party or group and of leaving the country for 2 years. Iran regime seizes third oil tanker. Iran's regime has seized a third vessel in the Persian Gulf, the third time the Revolutionary Guards detained a ship in the waterway in recent weeks, as tensions between the regime and the US continues. The Iranian forces intercepted the ship Wednesday near Farsi Island, which is used by the Revolutionary Guards as a navy base. State media reported on Sunday. The Iraq ship was carrying about 185,000 gallons of fuel, the report said. Iran regime's proxy terror army exposed. Iranian opposition activists and security analysts have revealed to Britain's Daily Star the extent of the terrorist groups linked to the regime in Tehran. Operations linked to the Iranian regime reach deep into Europe and in the US as part of the regime's use of proxy terrorist groups. They're overseen by the Quds Force, a branch of the terrorist Revolutionary Guards. The People's Mujahedin Organization of Iran warned the worsening political situation will see more use of these so-called proxies, the Daily Star reported. Shahriar, spokesman for the PMOI, told the Star, "We can see a stepping up of Iranian terrorist activity as the regime is facing crisis from all directions." He said, "In this situation, the mullah's only solution is resorting to stepped-up suppression, more arrests, more terrorism and extremist measures abroad to maintain the regime's balance and to prevent the situation from further deteriorating. Export of extremism, terrorism and belligerence in the region have been a pillar of survival for the clerical regime for the past 40 years. This pillar has complemented the other pillar, total suppression and repression. These two constitute the main pillars of the clerical regime based on the concept of the absolute rule of the religious leader. In addition to warfare, the proxy groups have been engaged in terror acts, bombings, car bombs, firing missiles, and similar acts that result in heightened tensions in the region." Iranian fighter jet crashes near Persian Gulf. Iran's regime says a fighter jet has gone down in the south of the country near the Persian Gulf, with 2 pilots surviving the crash. The official IRNA news agency quoted a local official as saying the crash was caused by a technical problem. The governor of Tangistan said the plane went down near the coastal town at 12:30 local time.